Hey y'all, what's up? My name is Tom Mizzle. You watching my channel Mizzle 14, and I'm here doing a review of Law and Order SVU, Special Victim Unit, Season 21, Episode 2. Alright, another dramatic case. Alright, so like I said, I'm not gonna do any side stories, just be straight the case itself. Alright, so we get this girl named Reagan. Reagan is a party girl. She's over the top. She loved to drink. She loved to have fun, so that stuff. She was with two of her friends, and she was throwing up those killer shots like left and right. She was throwing it out, throwing it up, throwing it back, throwing it back, doing what she got, do what she got to do. She's engaged, but she didn't have a red ring on, so it's like wow. It's like she's partying up and then want to tell nobody she's engaged, so she doesn't have a ring. So she decided to leave and go home. She was very twisted. Very twisted. She called her Uber ride, and that was that. She ended up getting an Uber share ride. So I was like, ooh, I like, cause that means you save you money when you take an Uber share ride. So go to Uber share ride, got in. Right when she was in the thing, she was knocked out a little bit. Then she woke up and she saw another person next to him, and he was talking to her. Said she's pretty. She said, "Wow, what very Shakespearean of you." And long story short, she took some more pills, which was turned out find out it was Xanax. She took that and the thing, and she passed out. When she woke up, she was in her bed, disheveled, hairs all over the place. It was like grain, like sandy grain on her bed. She bruised up with her freaking different areas, the knees, the ankles, the arms, the elbows. She was banged up around those areas. And she was looking like what happened. So basically she went to SVU, normal stop, and report. But so Benson saw her. It's Captain Benson now. So Captain Benson saw her, and then it was like, she said, "Oh, you okay?" She said, "I don't know, because I don't remember what happened." So I said, "Oh, that's the worst thing to happen when you went through something and you think you raped, but you don't remember the details of your rape at first. Sometimes you may remember, but sometimes you may not. So it's like sexual assault. It's hard to come by if you remember all the details. Because some things you may want to forget and you block it out, and some things you just cannot remember. Uh, it doesn't make it better what she's been on alcohol, Xanax, popping a lot of things. She was on a lot of things because later on they did a toxicology report, and they showed a lot of stuff that she's taking in that night. So, but it still doesn't make her unreliable, uncredible as a victim. She still something still happened to her, and we just gotta cover what way, shape, or form that she can do that Benson can help her to remember any details, any small details, so they can help her rest the people who have done this to her. Or the person, depends. We don't know yet. So while they was talking and everything, they had to do a rape kit, that's the main thing. She wanted to drink, but they didn't give her no drink and all that stuff. So they took the rape kit and they came out with two semen samples. And it was said through the time she saw the passenger and the driver. So they was like, there could be those two. I said, there could be those two. That was the only one. It's like, so when they was looking at it, they said, no, we don't know yet. So we had to get their samples and test it and see if it's a match. So she was at the hospital, and Benson was asking her, did you got any family members, anybody I could call? She was saying, no, no, no. But eventually it was said she has a fiance, because she said when we go to rape kit, she went to she said, I got to take her to the hospital. She said, no, I don't want to go to Mount Sinai. I said, what's going on in Mount Sinai? What happened there? Apparently her fiance, Richard, go to Mount Sinai. So she don't want to go there because she said he's angry. He's angry person. He could come at me and all that stuff like that. So she was trying not to see him. Paint this picture that he's aggressive type of anger person if you find out something happened. So all this mess coming out after all the set is done, did the rape kit, the hard stuff. The fiance came and he basically was there. He was like, does she want to see me? He said, yeah, she want to see you, because he said, well, it's different, because she said, why? He said, it's different. it is scary. I was like, oh, he don't look like somebody who's very aggressive, so why he so scared of her? And she come out, she said, oh, Richard, I'm so, I was like, oh, okay. Mind you, in the midst of this, Rollins and Finn was interviewing the people. They talked to the friends. The friend said she is a party girl. She's a wild girl. She does this. She has a habit of being very dramatic. She likes to exaggerate things. She likes to tell stories and stuff. And that's what she likes to do. So they don't know when she's telling the truth and when she's acting out. So they believe this is a story that it is true, something did happen to her, because I believe something did happen to her the way how she was looking. But yeah, they don't want to believe. And then when they talked to the one of the guys, the passenger, he said he wasn't around. He said she wanted to do something with him when she went home, because they found the route that she took in the Uber route. She said she did take a stop home, but she rerouted her route midway, and they took her to Clemente crab spot. I said, oh, okay, what happened? So, but the guy, the passenger said he didn't go upstairs. Well, he didn't want to do it. She was too much. He said, I like crazy, but when you do too much, that's way too much. So he decided to move along. The driver said he cut his phone off after a certain time in the month because he didn't want to mind tracking. I think he said nothing about tracking, but he cut his phone off because he said whatever he wanted to say, batteries and stuff. And he did that. He did his little route, and he did all that stuff. He moved the next day. He dropped her home. He didn't know nothing, but she was crazy. That's about that. So everybody painting this girl as crazy. So the bits and pieces they were getting, they found out that there were 2 samples of the DNA rape kit. And they were thinking it could be one of those 2. They said, no, we got to figure out more. So they got the samples. Rollins got the samples for both the guys by underhanded tactic. For one of the guys was, what's his name, Julius. He took a sip of the straw, because Rollins said, oh, you made this for me. Is this oatmeal something on it? He said, it is. Can you taste it for me? Can you taste it for me? He didn't want to taste it, but he like a pretty face. So he went up and ended up, she was flirting, and she had to play the flirtations on to get him to drink that straw, and he did it. So she got that. Sorry, y'all. So she got that. So, and then the driver that she got for him, he was drinking something, but he didn't throw that out. He threw another bottle out that had like full of piss, because I guess he was peeing in the car. So, he didn't got a chance to go to the bathroom, so he had to use a bottle to pee in the bottle while he was doing his Ubering. And she took that. And when they took the samples, they couldn't get the samples yet. But they did find one sample in the DNA kit that was belonging to a guy named Dennis. And they were talking about something about military, something like that, because she said when she remember the detail of being in some water. Around some water. She don't know where, but she said she remembers some water. And from there, she didn't want to think about anything more, because she couldn't think about she didn't want to think about more of it, because she was like scaring her. As she go further into details, it started getting her more nervous, uncovering what happened to her. So she remembered water, so it said it could be some military background, whatever. They found out the guy named Dennis. So they said, so the 2 guys, they didn't match as of yet, not so far, but one of the samples we got matched a guy named Dennis. So do you can tell me why his semen is in your Invisalign like that? She basically told us that she gave him head, because she used to work for him and stuff like that. She gave him head on stuff like that. I guess she cheated on Richard, whatever. She gave him head on stuff, and she did that. So it was like, now they're gonna paint this. They're gonna paint this that she out there and wilding out. So how she know which one she was dead and what she not, if she can't remember, but she remember this is like that. So she not figuring out she doesn't remember. She remember things. So I was like, oh, that's something that could come up. They could tarnish her reputation, because people always could feel like she could do all this other details, but without one little detail can make her seem like, oh, okay, all right. So it gave them doubt, basically, reason doubt of her test records. So it was that. But before, when Bessie came to see her, she was all like, they was in the house, Richard came to the door. He said, "Oh, thank God, God's like that." It was something on the floor. We said, "Oh my God, what?" Because when she painted, she's saying he was an angry, aggressive person. So I don't tell me he hit her and everything. And then you go let him walk out the door. But all of a sudden she came out. She said, "Oh, he hit me, he hit me." She said, "Oh, Richard?" She said, "I'm just playing." I was like, "Girl, come on now. You can't play like that. You cannot joke around being hit like that. You cannot joke around being sexual assaulted. You can't joke around things like that." So, when she was doing that, it's like, you don't believe me, this is that. I said, it's not about that. It's like, I do believe something happened to you. Let's get it to it. Doesn't matter what happened, whatever you do. But I was like, girl, Reagan, you need to calm down. You get a little dramatic and exaggeration things. Because she was this said that exaggeration. She liked to do that because she was like, life is boring, and I had to make up things how I wanted to be. Because this is so whack. So if I say what I want to say, I say what I want to say, and I remember how I want to remember, and I give you what I want to give you. I said, oh, okay, Megan, don't be getting like that, girl. So, so it was becoming hard to believe that because it's saying nobody, when you take it to the stand, they could discredit you based on that information. She said, oh, I thought you believe me. You don't believe me. I was, baby. She said she's not saying you wasn't. She's just trying to get the details and telling some stuff like that is really crazy to exaggerate and joke upon. I said, you can't be joking about things like that if you want to get some help. Come on. All right, so all right, so after do the midst of it, Benson's try to come to her. Like they got this up and down, up and down. Like she trusts Benson, but then she don't trust Benson. She going off at her, say you don't believe me, this is that. It's not like Benson don't want to believe you. She and Benson is very persistent. Like I believe you, so we got to get every detail of what we need to do. So they try to get her to talk again. They said, if you let me be there, and I'm help you. After Reagan cursor Benson out in the figure state. She said, I believe you, and I was sexually assaulted, and I was stuff like that, and you don't want to believe. I was like, girl. After you just told her, like, you just like exaggerating and being very dramatic, your friends was right there. You being doing way too much with that. But at the end of the day, Benson believed that she was raped, so she need to sexual assaulted, so she need to be there for her and see what's going on. So they talked and they said let's have an exercise and we'll try to remember more details. They was walking, and she remembered some more details. She remembered that she was walking. The commentator spot. They went to that spot. They saw she was barefoot, so she remembered not having her shoes on, and then she remembered guys. So she said they. She keeps saying they. So it was not like it was a single person. It was they. So it could be more than one person. I said, oh snap, it's gonna be. Oh, don't tell me. I have a feeling it's gonna happen. So she keeps saying they, and they were saying something about. And she was walking around. She do remember the area because she said water. Now she remembers it was a boat, and water surrounded by boats. Clemente Crafts area was surrounded by boats and water. So that was that. And she do remember that they was singing something like uptight girl, uptight something girl. And they said, oh no, when they were walking around, Benson remember a boat called Uptown Girl. So she probably got the detail. The words were wrong, but she remembered something like that. So that's more little detail could give her the clue that this the boat. So when she saw that, she freaked out. She said, oh no, I don't want to go in there. Don't let me go in there. She said, you don't have to go in there. It's okay. So she gave enough details. So based on that, they found out the samples. Was a couple of samples there, and two of the samples was probably from the guys there, and the two guys that they talked about, they both samples with the car. Now they did realize. She said she do remember an older guy there. So I said, oh, that was that. So now they figure out that the DNA samples does match the driver and passenger there, and then she remember older guy, and then it was a phone message from one of the passenger to or some of the guys saying we met this girl and stuff. Come here, and they got a video camera footage showing him with the older guy, oh no, showing, no, it got a phone call. Julius called somebody, his friend named Anthony Moreno, because they realized the boat owner is Anthony Moreno. So they matched that Julius called him and said, we got this girl or something like that, and let's have fun and stuff. And so when there, and then Nick was there, and then they got some other guy. So it was a 4-person gang sexual assault. I was like, wow, game on. Oh my God, why didn't they take all the guys? This is crazy. So when they get time to talk to them and see what's going on, because Bishop was trying to tell Reagan that if this go to trial, they could use every evidence that they found in the webcam, including the one that you gave the head to the guy. So they could use all that. So all that discovery, they would say, you can't tell them about the guy. Please can't tell them about it. I said, they can't. She can't exclude that. She had to put that in there. So she said, oh, they're going to crucify me and stuff like that. We're going to get through this. And I said, hopefully they. So they got 4 guys. They got Nick. They got Julius. They found Anthony, the owner. And there was an unknown person, the 4th person. And she couldn't remember who that was. But she did remember a tattoo. He had a tattoo with a black face with a white flag on it and like that. What was it? It was a face. It was a flag with a black face and a white bandana around it. So I was like, oh, okay. So she remembered that. So the good thing she had remembered that. And so they found out the 4th guy was named Frank. So they got him. So they got all the people. And basically they all were saying, no, I wasn't there. I didn't do this. Julius trying to play it off like he didn't do it. He didn't know nothing. So he was trying to play Finn like he didn't. It was stupid. And Finn said, we tracked your phone. We got the 4 minutes call. We got the video footage that showing your friend, all that stuff like that. So don't try to play me. So he said, yeah, I called them about the thing, but it doesn't mean I ain't doing nothing. So he's saying that, but then he lawyered up, so they can't question him anymore. Nick said, I didn't do anything. No, it's not me. I was not part of it. I wasn't there. So like that, Nick said he helped the girl because he said when he took her to Clemente's and everything. Yes, he took her there, but when they was come down to do it, he didn't do it. So he took her home. It's like that. He didn't want to be part of it. So he's saying he didn't do that. Anthony saying now he knows a lot. He knows things. He was not involved in it. All that stuff. He was there. He watches, but when they was going too much, he didn't want to be a part of that. So they always kind of like discrediting each other's story. They all saying different stories. So it's like it's hard to tell me who's telling the truth, who is lying and stuff like that. So they all saying different things. So they basically all turning on against each other. 4 people who did this, possibly could be doing this, did this to this girl, and not one of them, each one of them pointing fingers to another person. So and then Frank lawyered up, so like that. Frank, I don't think they made question Frank that much, but they were saying they turned on one of them, use one of them to turn on the other ones because they didn't really have much, and they couldn't go into them without airtight stories and evidence that could back up what they're saying. So they were trying to get Anthony, but Anthony has the most to lose. The business at first she wasn't trying to do that, but she said I can't put this girl through that. She needs something solid. So what they did, she said okay, but the guy said no, but he lawyered up. And when they lawyered up, the guy said, because they found out that Anthony's DNA was not in the rape kits, but he was possibly there. So it's like they could use him and say if he gave you information, he walks. Carissa would say he's not trying to have that. So the lawyer said nope, we can say whatever we gotta say, but he gonna walk it out of here. I said oh no. So Carissa was like, no, let's do this. He said, no, I'm not taking that chances. He said, no, we're not doing that. So not giving him a deal. So long story short, they all turned on against each other and they all got plea deals. So it's like, it's going to be no trial, but it doesn't help her situation because it's like they're not going to jail. So they go on plea deals, turn on against each other. So I guess it's going to be reduced sentences or what? It might be sensitive, but it's not going on trial. So it's like they could go away longer if they did took it to trial. But since they took plea deals, they take whatever punishment they was given. But that was that. So Benson talked to her, said, "You gonna get through this. We gonna go through this. We'll work through it." She said, "How do you know? Why is this? Why are you saying that? I know you say this all that stuff." It didn't make her feel better because it didn't get the justice that she wants. So Benson said, "I know because I went through it. So if you want to talk, I'm here for you." And she said, oh, "Okay." But that was it, y'all. Please like, comment, subscribe to my channel. Tell me how y'all feel about this episode. And I can't wait to see next week. Seems like it's going to be good. It's going to be a male sexual assaulted. And you know sometimes how people feel when male gets sexual assaulted. They feel like, oh, they can't get sexual assaulted, this or that. Or they whining this, all that stuff. He must be gay. So I can't wait till next week. I'll talk to y'all later. All right? Peace.